Hey you guys, how are you?
Hello.
Hey. Oh wow, it's so weird to see you guys all in the daytime.
Yeah.
I think I know all of you, but I only see you at night. It's strange doing comedy in the daylight, right?
It is.
Yeah. I think people are afraid to laugh sometimes, or maybe I'm just not funny. Oh boy. I'm actually really glad there are no cats here today, because I have a problem. Like, I mean, they're all, I don't know if you guys have seen these things on Instagram where it's like, if you have this many cats, this, if you have this many cats, that. Well, I now have 5 cats, which I guess is, past the point of no return. That's why my boyfriend and I can never move in together, because he actually has 4 cats, and I don't know what would happen. I can't imagine that many litter boxes, you guys. It's just too much shit to imagine. Oh boy. But I think most of you guys know this. I'm not just an animal lover. I have an amazing amount of children. Yes, I have a lot of kids. I'm a single mom. It just means I never learned how to use a condom, you guys. I was just always very irresponsible. No, I love my children. But I do think it's hard being a parent. You have to pretend to enjoy all the things your kids enjoy. My kids' birthday parties, play dates, their father. Yeah. But I do surprisingly well on dating apps, and I think it's because my profile says that I don't want kids. Then they find out it's because I have 4. Yeah, I'm always hoarding things, I guess. Cats, kids. But I love being a mom. And you know what they say about having kids? It's a lot like making pancakes. First one's kind of fucked up. Probably should have thrown it away. I think you're a first pancake, right? But I think having kids is a lot more like eating pancakes. You always regret having your 4th one. In case you guys are wondering, none of my pancakes like that joke. Especially my 4th one. And she's 12, which means she's super dramatic. And she really loves to overuse the word trauma. Like the other day I was like, Sadie, you're not traumatized because I won't buy you a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. You're traumatized because your mom does stand up. My kids really hate that I do stand up. The only thing worse to them would be if I did porn. But then I'm like, at least then I could pay for your therapy. My family also hates that I do stand-up. I'm from the South, and they're very conservative, and they wish I would go back to writing children's books, which is, I did do that. But after doing stand-up, I'm like, what kind of children's book would I write? Like C-Spot Fuck? Where would that go on the bookshelf? I'm not sure. I also just had a huge birthday, you guys. I just turned 50. And I've decided to just like embrace it and not lie about my age, right? But if you tell me I look like I'm 50, I'll fucking fight you. But like Kim mentioned, I've been having that fun thing about being this age of my hormones have been going crazy. So it's like a roller coaster. So my doctor prescribed testosterone. Yeah, which is actually great. I mean, I feel like a teenage boy. I'm moody, I'm breaking out, I'm masturbating in socks. Oh boy. Overall though, I don't mind birthdays because I feel like, I had fun. I feel like I'm still young, I'm still vibrant, I'm still dating 26-year-olds. Who you now know are uncircumcised, so thanks to our host. I don't think you should have given him that new name for his, description for his penis. I don't want to hear that in bed. Ku Klux cock? What am I supposed to do? Cover it in a sheet? I have no idea. I'm sorry, John. He has a really good sense of humor. Oh boy, I'm really tired though. Kim, are you tired of this? I'm tired of people telling me I should age gracefully. I'm like, what does that even mean? I'm like, I'm just gonna gracefully take myself to my next Botox appointment. Yeah. Oh boy, but you know what? I feel like I've really earned those wrinkles. My 12-year-old that I mentioned before, you know, I've always called her pumpkin pie. And it's either because I'm from the South or because she's a preteen, but I feel like it's because she's like sweet and a little spicy and I'm only in the mood for her once a month. She doesn't like that joke either. But it is pumpkin spice latte time, and I guess people are really excited about that, right? Pumpkin spice is everywhere. I find it a little scary. I feel like the pumpkin spice latte is the gateway drug to everything Starbucks, right? It starts out with one of those in the fall, and by December you're sucking Santa's dick for some praline venti peppermint shit that you didn't even want. Oh boy, Halloween, I can't do Halloween anymore. I think I'm just too old for all the costumes. They're like just too sexy. You know, I don't think I need one. My kids think I'm a witch anyway. But I am gonna dress up my dogs, not my cats. That's too undignified for cats. They would not have it. Although there are cat costumes out there now. Have you guys seen these things? Yeah. Like where you can turn your cat into like a unicorn. If you did that to a cat, they would murder you in your sleep. Or they would definitely shit outside the litter box. I am not taking that risk. But my dogs love it, so I will be dressing all of them up. That's right, I'm not just a cat mom, I'm also a dog mom. That's right, yeah. And I love my animals, but I don't think I'm like that crazy a dog person. I haven't had, like, any of you guys had a dog birthday party?
Yes.
Yeah, you have? Well, I haven't done that yet, but I did give my Chihuahua a quinceanera. As her adopted mom, I felt like I had to honor her heritage. And I think the owner of the gallery has a dog that's almost ready for a quinceanera. Maybe that should be another fundraiser, I don't know. Oh boy, but you know what? I feel like my boyfriend is actually jealous of my animals, you know, especially the dogs, because I home cook their meals, they sleep in my bed, I actually love them. But since I have, actually when I wrote this joke, I had 3 dogs and 3 cats, which is like a zoo, but it's also like the Brady Bunch of animals. I felt like my house needed like a theme song. And hopefully I can carry a tune right now for you guys. But we're outside and there's an airplane, so if my voice cracks, you'll just know it's the testosterone. Okay. There was a story about a divorced lady who was bringing up 3 very cuddly dogs. All of them were little bitches like their mother. The youngest one, a cunt. Till the one day when this lady met 3 kittens who were living out on the streets all by themselves. Now they're all sleeping in her bed together, and that's the way her sex life came right to a halt. It's all their fault. It's all their fault. Yeah, some days I think I'm just one bad day away from buying a dog stroller.
Oh my God.
But not a cat leash. No, never. I'm never gonna put a leash on my cat. And John's thinking, never say never, baby. Yeah, but you know, I feel like, you know, when we're like really into our pets, it's a little bit like a cult, right? We're kind of a little culty about our animals, but I'm kind of also obsessed with cult documentaries. Any of you guys into them? There's so many good ones now, like Holy Hell and The Vow and the billion Scientology ones. And I think I can't keep watching them because they're also like a little triggering. A couple years ago, I was in a self-help group that actually turned out to be a cult. Yeah, you guys are all like, oh no, should we be scared for her? But in my defense, I was at a very low, vulnerable point in my life. It's called a sexless marriage. And I had just gotten bangs. Yeah. And people always want to know if there was like crazy sex stuff in this cult. And there wasn't, which is really a bummer because if you're going to waste 2 years of your life, you should at least get laid. Okay, so there was no crazy sex, but the cult I was in did engage in excruciatingly long hugs. I mean, to the point I was like, just put it in already. But I feel like there are cults all around us, right? A girlfriend of mine just joined a group, and she gives them money, she recruits people, she does backbreaking work for them, and I'm like, babe, you're in a cult. And she's like, Maggie, it's CrossFit. Yeah, LA is full of cults. So, you know, what was I gonna talk about? it's pumpkin spice latte season, but it's also been back to school. Anybody else a parent? No? With kids still in school? Well, my 12-year-old, she's in 7th grade, and I was driving her home from school the other day, and she told me that her sex ed teacher taught them what a blowjob was.
Oh my goodness.
And even showed them pictures. And I was like, oh my God, I do think they need to know where babies come from, but I don't think my 12-year-old needs to be contemplating whether to spit or swallow. Yeah, I guess 12 in LA is like 30 anyplace else. I bought my daughter tickets to see Taylor Swift, and she sold them to go see Tony Robbins.
Oh my God.
Which is another way for me to tell you I live in Santa Monica. But you know what? I actually did get her to go see Taylor Swift with me, and oh my God, Swifties are so nice and wholesome. I mean, usually if I take my kid to a concert, I'd be worried about them like getting roofied or ending up in a mosh pit. But leaving Taylor Swift, I was just worried we would leave born-again Christians. I got an amazing birthday present for my 50th birthday. My 26-year-old son moved back in with me. Yay for me! No, I actually really love him, and we're really close, and he shares a lot with me. Like, the other day he told me that every girl he's been with has asked him to choke her. Right, yeah, and I was like, I told one of my girlfriends, and she was like, well, did you tell him that that was okay? And I was like, the choking part or the telling me about it? He doesn't like that joke. He mainly doesn't like me to tell anyone that he lives at home again. Yeah. And I'm like, then don't move in. People are like, is he uncomfortable with you liking to date younger men? And I'm like, no, my kids, like when I got divorced, were okay with it, but they didn't want me to date anyone close to their age. And that was fine, except for, you know what, they keep getting older and the guys keep getting younger. So I was like, I think it's time to renegotiate this. How about I date anyone I want, and you can keep living in my house? Yeah. And I think that's it for me. I love you guys.